welcome back to the Comic Book Clubhouse. Your old buddy Rod, Dr. Silver Age, with you one more time. Want to show some comics that I picked up, some current ones from my local comic shop, as well as some 50-cent bin pickups that I got. But I want to start by just showing you, well, you've already seen it, so it's right here behind me. And that is a vintage spinner rack, vintage comic book spinner rack. I have been looking for one and wanting one for years. Never saw one around. I saw online ones, but they wanted like $600, $700, $800 for them. So obviously, I wasn't in a place where I could afford something like that. So, but last fall, October, we went to an indoor flea market, and there was in one of the little booths that they have set up, a vendor had this comic book rack, and he also had a bunch of comic books in it, and he was selling the comic books. And I'm looking and I'm saying, wow, I wonder if he's selling the rack too. And I spun the rack around, and on the top, on the back, it said it was for sale. And I'm like, oh. And I'm looking at the price, and I'm like, ooh, that's the cheapest I've seen. But boy, it's still a chunk of money. So I went back to my banker, Mrs. Silverage, and showed her it. And she, at the time, she says, well, if you want to, we can do it. And I just couldn't pull the trigger. I said, no, I just can't see spending that amount of money, on one shot. But I said, maybe if it's still here, next time we come by, maybe I'll pick it up. Well, of course, we went on the rest of that year, and then December came, and I had my situation with my health, and spent a month in the hospital. Got out of there, spent about 2 months at home, just recuperating. Just couldn't do anything. Pretty much had no energy and everything like that. So you all know that. But anyway, about 2.5, 3 months ago, we decided to go to this flea market just to get out on a Sunday afternoon. And sure enough, we went there, and I'm like, oh, I wonder if that spinner rack is still available. And so I made my way, trying not to look too conspicuous. I rapidly looked through everything up and down the aisles and got around to the back where that rack was, and I'm like, oh, it's still here. And my wife finally caught up with me. I go, hey, the rack is still here. And she goes, well, if you want to get it, we can get it. And I'm like, oh, I says, man, it's been here for almost 6 months and nobody's taken it. I says, I don't know. I think it was meant for me to have. And she just smiled her smile, and that gave me the okay. And so we bought it. I haven't had it on my set here because it's been over in the other section of the basement, and I don't know how it looks on camera, but there's not a great deal of space here. Everything is kind of crammed in. I got maybe a 6 foot by, I don't know, probably 6 foot by 8 foot set area here with which to be able to work everything that I like to put in there, including my, I don't have the Comic-Con going today. So just gonna do a real quick one, hopefully. But I did want to share that was a Grail for me. A really big one that I really didn't ever think I might ever fulfill or attain. And I am so glad to have that, because that really, man, that takes me right back to the little stop and go store down on the bridge downtown here, and used to go there. You've heard me talk about it many times. Go with my grandfather to get his newspapers, and I would go to the spinner rack and I'd pick up some comics there, and I mean it was just, it's so cool. Every time I would see or hear on a YouTube video of somebody getting one. I think the last one I heard was, I think it was Alan of After Comics. I think he got one. I could be wrong, but I think he got one within the last year or so. And I was like, I was so envious of everybody that has one, because that is a tangible piece, tethered back to those days of being a kid, you know. So it's gonna be here. You'll be able to see it right here. Hopefully we'll load it up with various books. Each show hopefully will be different, but so thrilled to have this baby here, you know. But it just, oh man, it takes me right back. Anyway, okay, I want to move on. I want to show you some of the books I got recently, and we're gonna start off with the current books that I picked up. I get asked a lot of times, are you buying any new books anymore? We all know the scenario and the situation with the big two and various agendas and politics and blah 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 and stuff like that. I try to keep my videos politics free. This is my safe haven, whatever you want to call it. This is my sanctuary. This is all about good times. You know, everything here, everything makes me feel good. So I don't, outside of this, yeah, I can hang with you. I can talk politics all day. But here, when I'm in here, this is politic-free zone for me. So anyway, I get asked, you buying any? And I can only remember, I can always remember, okay, I say, I'm getting Immortal Hulk, because I'm a Hulk guy, and that's the only title he's in right now. So I'm following that. Not my Hulk per se, but it's Bruce Banner. So I'm riding into the end here. And the other one is Avengers. I picked that up here and there. The other one is Justice League. I try to keep my hand in that. But other than that, I can never remember picking up anything. And I know I do pick up some other ones, but I can never remember. Well, so now we're going to do this, and you'll be able to get some answers as to what exactly I do pick up. We're going to start off with the Black Knight, Curse of the Ebony Blade. Black Knight's a character I always enjoyed, you know. So I've been picking that up. I don't have a place to put these. Oh, I guess I'll put them right there. Oh, I don't want that to be tipping down here. There we go. Okay. Next up is a new book. This is issue number 1. It stems out of what was Marvel's big event going on called Heroes Reborn, and then now it's graduated to Heroes Return. I think Heroes Reborn was, 7 issues. I think that's right. And that concluded, and now it's on to Heroes Return. And this was part of a group that was introduced in the first part, the Heroes Reborn. So, and this is Gamma Flight. I'm anxious to see what that. I love team books. I'm a sucker for team books, so I can't wait to see what that is. Okay, and then this one I saw and I'm like, oh man, I really got excited for it. This is by Archie Comics. It says the Mighty Crusaders #1. It's a one shot, and this one says the Shield. Now it had multiple different variant covers and whatever. Most of the other covers just showed the character of the Shield, but this one here shows all the Crusaders. So this is the one I picked up, and I really hope they come back with this and make another series, another go of it, because I really enjoyed the Mighty Crusaders characters, you know. So I hope that picks up again, because I would love nothing better than to see these characters on a monthly basis. All right, next up, okay, this now I spoke about Heroes Reborn, and that finished up, and now they've started the next arc of that, which is Heroes Return, and this is the first issue of that right here. Now I have not read all of Heroes Reborn. Now that I've got all of them, I'm gonna like binge read so I can follow it right straight through. And it had several offshoots to different titles. I didn't pick up all of them. I picked up a couple of them, but I didn't pick up all of them. And I'm sure Heroes Return will do the same thing. So, okay. And then this is one that I never remember that I pick up, but it's an independent. But I love the characters. I love the mythology behind it, and all the different characters that are in it that make up this world of this character. It's by Eric Powell, and it's The Goon. So I really enjoy the Goon books, you know. So if you get a chance and you haven't checked it out, check it out. I think you'd like it. Oh, this stuff doesn't want to. Okay, there we go. That might be why. All right. And then let's see. This one I picked up. I picked this up solely because I do not have the actual Silver Age issue of this, because I wouldn't be able to afford it, number one. But I just wanted to have as close a facsimile to it as I could get. And so Marvel put out this one here, and it's Tales of Suspense number 39, and it's got the origin of Iron Man in it. So I have the origin of Iron Man in several other reprint books and stuff like that, but I wanted one just in a standalone book, you know, just so I could read. It's been a while since I read the origin. Okay, and this is another one that I always forget that I'm picking up, and I shouldn't, because it is a Hulk book. I said the other one was the only Hulk book he's in. Well, I stand corrected, because I forgot about this title in this series, and this is the Maestro series, and this is Maestro War and Pax, and I think Pax is Latin for for peace, or Greek for peace, something like that. And here we got the old Maestro there, going up against one of the big baddies, Dr. Doom. So I follow that religiously. Okay, and then this one here caught my eye, and you'll see why as soon as I show it to you. But it's a new series. This is number 1 of it. It's put out by Vault Comics Group, it looks like. So it's an independent, and I'm going to give it a try here. Now, what is that an homage to? I'm sure everybody out there knows. That's right. Good old Conan the Barbarian. So I'm anxious to read this one, and see what this is about. So we'll check it out. All right. And then the last of the new books, and I gotta say, this is why sometimes I hate variant covers, because I saw this and it's a character I really, really like, and I saw it and I'm like, oh, okay, got a little spin-off. Okay, I'm gonna pick it up. I pick it up, I get it home, I open it up, and it's this same book I already have 2 copies of. So, anyway, this is by Marvel. It's Hyperion. I love the Hyperion character. I love all the Sinister, Squadron Sinister or Squadron Supreme, whichever way they're going. Sometimes they're the good guys, sometimes they're the bad guys. But this one here, I believe, is a variant cover for the Hyperion offshoot book title from the Heroes Reborn arc. So, but it's a cool cover. I like it. So, all right. So that takes care of the new stuff that I've picked up. Now we're going to go. These are all books that I picked up in the 50-cent bin at a local comic store that just opened up back about, probably 3-4 months ago. Chaotic Comics in Dover, New Hampshire. And I went over there and was surprised to see the amount of books they have in their 50-cent and dollar bins. And so I started rummaging through, and I pulled out some ones that, nothing. I'm not saying I'm pulling out keys or gems or whatever. These are books that I enjoy, and series that I'm trying to fill in and stuff like that. So we're going to start off with a series from Malibu back in, I think it was 92 or 93, called The Protectors. And this is number 3. The Protectors number 3. And I have several of these. But I don't remember seeing that one. And I also picked up number 7. So, of The Protectors. And like I said, I'm a sucker for team books. And so, anytime I can pick up a new team of costume superheroes, I'm there. I'll give it a try. And then, let's see. This is Neil Adams' Nighthawk. And I think it looks like it says Windjammer Comics, which I don't remember ever hearing. But it's Neil Adams. And anybody who knows me knows Neil Adams is my favorite artist. So, I have to pick that up. And I never even seen that before. And then this series here, I didn't even... I must have been asleep at the wheel, because I know if I'd have known about it, I'd have picked it up. And it's The Invaders Now. I guess it's a limited 1 of 5, so it's a 5-issue miniseries. And this is issue number 1. And this is got an Alex Ross cover, and I love Alex Ross' work. I can't speak right. Alex Ross. So I love that. That's a cool cover. Just love that cover. And then I got issue number 2. Issue number 3. Issue number 4. got to get this right here. There we go. And issue number 5. So I was able to pick up the entire series, which is pretty cool. I love the Invaders. I love that 70s series, The Invaders, put out by Marvel, which was always pretty cool. All right. Then next up is another series I'm trying to fill in the holes on, and it's a DC series, and this is the Young All-Stars, and this is issue number 7. Again, team book with all kinds of cool, nifty, neat heroes. And staying with team book, this is from Innovation, and this is the Hero Alliance. I think this is from the early 90s, maybe late 80s. Somewhere I have a graphic novel, one of the old prestige format graphic novel with the Hero Alliance on it. And then we got one from Valiant, and this is Dr. Solar Man of the Atom, number 38. And then we have 1992 annual of Superman, the Man of Steel, number 1. And this is part of the Eclipso, the Darkness Within storyline that was running through the annuals at that time. And being a big Eclipso fan, had to pick this one up. One that I did not have. All right. What else we got here? Here we got from Now Comics, Tales of the Green Hornet. Green Hornet's always been one of my favorite characters since I saw him on the Batman show way back in, I think it was 68 that I saw it. I didn't see it when it was originally broadcast. I was too young. But I remember watching it around 68, 69. And when they had the crossover with Green Hornet, I was wigging out. I'm like, oh, I got to find out more about the Green Hornet. So unfortunately, there wasn't a whole lot around back then. Gold Key, I think, put out 3 issues of the Green Hornet. But I very rarely saw Gold Key around in any of the local places that I frequented anyway. So, but love the Green Hornet. So, and it has ties to another one of my favorite characters, which is the Lone Ranger. I'm sure you all know the tie in. It's like his great grandfather of the Green Hornet was John Reed, the Lone Ranger. So, I love that mythology tie-in continuity. All right, now we got one from Dark Horse Comics, and this is Dark Horse Heroes, and it's X, and it's number 19, I believe, issue 19. That's a pretty neat looking cover. And then we've got a little mini series from DC with another eclectic character that I enjoy. And this is Ragman, and this is number 1. And this is an 8-issue mini series. So, Ragman number 1 of the mini series. And number 4. Number 5. Number 6. Number 7. And number 8. Nope. This isn't number 8. This is part 1 of a 6-issue miniseries with Ragman. It's called Ragman Cry of the Dead. So this is the first issue of that miniseries. So I've got to pick up the rest of these. I can't wait to get back to Chaotic Comics and check out their 50-cent and dollar bins. See if I can pick up some more of these. Okay. Oh, I think that was it. I can't remember if I've showed some of these or not. I don't think I have. How much time have we got? We're almost at a half hour. Okay, well, I'm going to just kind of cut it short. I'll show a couple of these. I'll show these here. I was introduced to a men's adventure paperback series called The Destroyer. Some of you may know there was a movie made about it called Remo Williams, The Adventure Begins. Well, that character, I was introduced to it by a fellow co-worker back in the late 80s. And the collector gene in me just kicked in once he told me there was like, I don't know, at the time they had like 70 or 80 or maybe even 100 paperbacks out. Well, I had to start hunting them down. I went to paperback stores and antique shops and everything, and I got a good portion of the first 70 books. And I got them somewhere down there. And but anyway, really enjoyed the books, the characters, and the series itself. And I knew Marvel. I think it was Marvel. Put out a magazine style format of the Destroyer. I think it was only like 3 or 4 issues, something like that. But I never saw this right here, which is a 4-issue limited series. And I'm missing number 4. But I did, and these were in the 50-cent bin. So this is The Destroyer, The Adventures of Remo and Shun. And this is number 1, which I'd never seen before when I saw him, till I saw him in the 50-cent bin. This is issue number 2. And then issue number 3. So, okay. All right. That's good for now, I think. I'm hoping to make some changes in the quality of my DVDs. In the quality of my videos. I recently bought a new laptop. I bought a new camera. I bought a new microphone. I've updated some of the editing software that I use now. So I'm still learning that. But I'd like to get to a point. I've done a couple of live streams for some other folks, but I'd like to do some live streams from here. And just to share books with you guys and get your thoughts in real time, and maybe have some people on as well. That would be so much fun. I would only limit them to about an hour, and I have a couple of ideas and concepts that I'd love to see come to fruition. But I mean, they're just in the working stages right now. It's work in progress, but I would love to be able to have a weekly show, uh, and just show cartoons, or show show comics, show cartoons, show magazines, everything. Kind of like an old time kids show, except it wouldn't be for kids, it would be for collectors. you know uh like you had Bozo the Clown, and those type of kids shows. Do something like that, along that lines, where we have fun, we don't take ourselves too seriously, share my collection with you and stuff like that. And like I said, maybe have some people on and whatnot, maybe show some old cartoons. Dug out all my Marvel ones. I don't know if you don't follow him, you should check him out, Gratu Orloff. But he's right now he's in the course of trying to get all the old 1966 Marvel superhero cartoons. He'd like to get them all on DVD or something like that. Which reminded me, I said, I know I've got some old ones in the old plastic clamshell things. And sure enough, I found them and I dug them all out here. I had forgotten that I had this many. I only thought I had the Hulk one. I knew I had the Space Ghost one. I thought I had a Captain America one. But now I get more than I thought I had. But anyway, so like I said, it's all just ideas right now up here, working on things. Hopefully, if it's something that you guys who are regular viewers and hang out with me when I do these, if you're interested in something like that, just say so in the comments. Let me know, because I enjoy making these videos and talking with you guys, reading your comments and answering them, and just getting your ideas and whatnot about what you collect and what you like, memories from your childhood, all that stuff. I mean, it's just wonderful memories, So I'd like to be able to create more wonderful memories for us all. So anyway, all right. That's all I got for right now. Thank you all very much for hanging around and hanging out with me one more time. It's your old buddy Rod, Dr. Silver Age, and we will see you again. 6 to an even. Over and out.
This concludes our broadcast day.